you're losing your ground till the afterglow, the afterglow. One down, break out. Fading away, you look so great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd. Pressure is your best enemy, spotlights show what they wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack, you just can't break free. I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow. I'll be there when you fall, when you're losing it all. In the afterglow, in the afterglow. Whoa! It all started with the passion. It all sounded like a dream. Remember how you kept on laughing? Now you're trapped in your own skin. The anxiety growing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday night. It is time for Friday Night Smackdown. My name is Chris Best. I've got the Bulkster here with me. OMD is nowhere to be found. He's on his shoot job. We expect a run-in from him at some point in the night. Bulkster, how are you doing tonight, my friend?
Doing good. Bulkster was out trying to play some poker today, a tournament, and I was unfortunately the first one out. Typically, I'm a little better. I just couldn't hit the cards at the right time, and some other things came into factor, and ended up got home early. So now I can join the watch along with you and OMD when he comes back and enjoy SmackDown.
Yeah, right now we've got a package showcasing what AJ Styles was up to last week, and still kind of paying that tribute to Mark Henry, essentially.
Yeah, I want them to, have Mark Henry come back and bring in the peach soup.
Yeah. Well, I mean, rumor has it is that Mark Henry could very well be on his way back to the WWE. Yeah. So his deal with AEW is done. So
yeah. Well, I seen a clip where he was talking about this spot and he loved it. He loved the throwback. He goes, he thinks they actually mimicked it, as in all the way up till they went outside the ring and did their own thing. But he goes, it was so good and well done. He said he's honored, to be, them to duplicate the spot. Because even to the knee being down when he went down to one knee, he goes, that's what he did with his. If you went back and watched them side by side, it was pretty close to similar.
Yeah.
Until they did their own thing outside the ring.
Now, last week, we all said we saw this coming a mile away, but at the same time, it was still really well executed.
Yeah. They put doubts into people's head.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm excited for this weekend. I got my cousin coming over Sunday to watch it, the show with me for NXT.
And over on Turnbuckle Studios, we are doing a PLE watch along for that show.
Yep.
We've got Cody Rhodes already standing in the locker room. He's set to make an appearance tonight, so he's going to be seeking answers for why AJ did what he did. And
I no guarantee you're going to be miles ahead of me, so I'm still just finishing the vignette. So I don't have no backstage of Cody yet.
Yeah, it was just Cody getting himself psyched up.
So you have an idea. Doing. Right now is where I see Cody, so that's a good
and I've got,
minute 40 seconds, or 40 seconds or so.
Well, let me know when you see Solo Sikoa standing at the top of the ring at the stage.
Okay. Solo's music just hit. I love that green smoke, though. Or green.
Mm-hmm. I take it you got Solo now?
Yeah, I told you. I said Solo. Solo's now at the foot of the.
Okay, so yeah, we're about 40 seconds because I think I froze up when you said that. So
Oh, yeah. I said as soon as I said Solo's music's hitting. I didn't know if you heard me or not.
yeah. Interesting thing that I'm noticing in the middle of the ring, though, is we've got the Prime logo there. I thought that was only supposed to be for PLEs.
Well,
Say hello to the Freeview robot in the chat. For my snack tonight, I am eating Pokemon cookies again, but this time I'm eating the honey version of them. They're actually not bad. They taste like arrowroot cookies or baby cookies. I'm not sure if you guys have those in the States or not.
like animal cookies,
Um,
or are they more gummy?
No. I'm gonna have to send you a link because it's hard to describe what they are. You know?
Yeah, we made burgers on the grill.
Oh, for that, for my actual dinner, I've got pasta waiting for me to cook after the show.
Pasta.
It's all I have in my house right now until I get my personal stuff situated.
Oh, of course, I'm buffering, so you're going to get further ahead than me. Well, maybe not. It usually skips.
Yeah, right now I think what we're getting is it was announced last night that Solo Sikoa will be inducting Tonga Loa into the bloodline.
That's right.
Okay. I'm gonna send you an image to show you what exactly I mean by what I'm eating. Essentially,
Okay.
I'm gonna send it to you through Facebook. Oh, did you try to call me on Facebook earlier?
I accidentally hit that instead of the link.
Okay.
That was me. It was an accident.
Okay, that's essentially the cookie I'm trying to describe that I'm eating. I sent you an image on Facebook there.
Okay.
My bird is going insane. He always seems to do that when Paul Heyman's on the screen.
Right now, I'm having some difficulty. Let's see here. Clear. Watch wrestling. It's possible my internet's down somehow.
Well, I mean, it can't be down if you're on here talking to me.
True. I might just have to restart my computer. Because I'm getting... Let's do a... Well, you're going to be my eyes and ears of what's going on. Restart. So restart the network driver and everything. Yeah. That's what I'd like to know. I said, that's what I'd like to know.
So right now, ladies and gentlemen, just waiting on to see if Terry gets everything sorted out here, the Bulkster. Everything going good so far, Bulkster? Or and we got KO making his way to the ring. He's clearly looking for a fight with the way he's coming out dressed up. The Street Profits have also made their way out now. They're assisting Kevin Owens. I'm kind of expecting a six-man tag at some point here. Cody waiting in the parking lot right now to have a fight with AJ. We've got the women's tag team champions in action next as they are taking on Candice LeRae and Indi Hartwell. This is going to be a fantastic match. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just give me just a few short seconds, I will be right back. I apologize for that. We have ourselves a run-in by the looks of it. OMD, brother, you're buffering still on my screen.
Mr. Best, how are we doing?
Doing good. Terry's got some technical problems going on right now, so that's why he's AFK. I'm actually gonna I'll pull him out of the room for now till he comes back.
Sure. So,
what have you seen so far?
I literally just turned the TV on. I've literally saw Cody standing in the back, and Jade and Bianca.
He's waiting for AJ Styles because he wants to fucking beat the shit out of him. Pardon my language. Jade and Bianca are getting set for tag team action against Candice LeRae and Indi Hartwell. But what you did miss was the Solo Sikoa anointment of
wow, they started
Tongaloa.
off with that right off the bat. I am surprised by that.
It ended in a brawl with Kevin Owens.
Okay.
And the Street Profits coming out to help him out.
Interesting.
Yeah. I sort of thought we were going to see Randy Orton come out to help KO out.
Right. See, I was thinking somebody else, somebody who was apparently spotted in Saudi Arabia a couple of weeks ago, who has been out injured. Yes, I was expecting Jimmy.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually glad, though, that they're doing this for the Street Profits because, yes, right now they're in the running for the Tag Team Championships over on SmackDown.
Right.
But this is also a big push for them to fight the Bloodline.
Right. So, yeah, no, I got home, literally got changed and had the computer loading up while I was doing that. So
that's a pretty sweet shirt you're wearing there.
Thank you. This is from seeing Blackstone Cherry with Saint Asonia back in February. So
still fucking jealous that you went to see Saint Asonia.
I also saw them in their first ever concert. You can ask Mr. Carafel about that.
I was talking to Carl earlier today, too.
Nice. Actually, I got to message him in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, see, for the CWE show, we need an extension cord so that we can plug all our commentary equipment in.
Right.
And I volunteered to be the one to go and buy one.
Right.
And I found one today at a very cheap price, so I'm going to go on Monday on payday to pick it up.
Right.
But I needed to see like how long of a cord we need, and we figured about a 25-foot one, and I found a 25-foot one for like $20.
Nice.
Which is super cheap because extension cords are not cheap at all.
Right.
Oh. Oh, Terry has left. So his net's probably down. That's the trouble he's having.
Right.
Oh, whoa. I picked up my remote in the right time, but the wrong remote at the same time. We got ourselves a QR code, guys.
I just had the QR code flash on my screen as Solo was finishing berating Paul Heyman. I find this interesting that they've got Jade and Bianca coming out first. I know it's Champion's Choice.
Yeah, it's a non-title match, so.
But it was supposed to be Jade versus Indi with Candice's injury.
Sorry, say that again, OMD?
It was supposed to be a one-on-one match between Jade and Indi.
Yeah, I saw that on Ringside News is where I got my report on that. But I got an email from WWE saying that that's not the case, you know?
Right. Well, they had even announced it last week, so they made a change to this. Probably to prevent any shenanigans. So, and this triple threat women's match was announced for Clash at the Castle.
I keep going a little too far with So on the screen, it shows the bird, of course, and it says thank you all across the screen this time. I'm still looking at the QR code, by the way. Or trying to get the QR code. Usually pretty friggin' fast with this, but just not today.
Oh, and we are getting Alba Fire and Isla Dawn appearing on SmackDown.
Interesting.
As well as Zoe and Shayna. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn standing in front of the commentary desk while Zoe and Shayna are at just above the ringside area on the ramp.
So they're there just watching the match, right?
Yep. To this point.
Oh, I got it this time. Finally. That's not the stuff I use. Take the picture of Solo and his mean mug.
It's okay. We're at commercial break anyways.
Good, because for some reason I can't find my live button. Oh, there it is. The button that lets me go back to live TV. And we got Chris Parrish saying, hey, boys. Parrish saying on your phones, I see. Yeah, I'm on my phone because I was trying to get the QR code for tonight's show, dude. And I'm about to send it to our chat right now.
And I was messaging the director of operations for Turnbuckle Studios, Mr. Carl Carafel.
Would you have to message him about?
Because I needed to know if he still wanted support tickets for my friend Stagando on the 15th. We know you didn't ask a question. We were just giving you our answers regardless. Because you deserve to hear our voices and our reasonings. That is your privilege. You have been rewarded by that from us, Mr. Parrish.
Okay, so there is like a poem or something, a letter that they've written that appears on the from the QR code, and it says, "Hello. For now, I'm not speaking to them. I intend this for you. You helped me find this way and guided him back home. You found him so I could open his eyes. A new journey began. But we never know how long a journey will last. What I knew to be true was no more. Suddenly, I found myself without a path. I believed myself to be lost. I allowed myself to be blinded. I was going to let the cave win, but I did not stay that way. I found my way out of darkness. I saw what was expected of me, and I accepted the cost. I admit it wasn't easy. I had feared you had forgotten. But you remembered. You remembered who we are. You remembered who you are. Thank you. This is all because of you. We were never the chosen ones. We just wanted to belong, and now we do. I know I can't wait to see you too. I appreciate your excitement. It won't be long now. I just wanted to say thank you. We have become more than we could ever imagine. Their stories will be told. Their pain will have been worth it. And it's all because of you. You did this. This is your fault. The blood that rains down drips from your hands. Thank you."
Wow.
Parrish coming in.
Shot
sounds
in.
Sounds like a love note from the Stanley Cup to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Yep. So do you find this interesting too? Because I said this at the beginning of the show, but I noticed that the Prime logo is in the middle of the ring on SmackDown. I thought that was just for PLEs.
So did I. I knew they were looking at the possibility of adding it from WrestleMania onwards, but I hadn't seen it before tonight.
No, it wasn't on last week's show. It wasn't on Raw. And I just got the finish of the match.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm right about there now. So, yep.
You're actually not far behind me then.
No, because there's OMD.
Yep, I saw this coming.
Parrish asking, who was the bot?
Oh, fucking some woman coming in promoting, some person coming in and promoting that Discord BS again.
Oh, okay.
Hey, it counts as a free view for us, so not going to complain.
Right. Yeah, no, I had messaged them, and then after I asked which of the streams I'm on do you prefer, nothing.
That was on our PlayStation show there that happened, right?
No, we also had it on, I believe,
on
Raw Patrol or on
yeah, Raw Patrol. That's when it happened. I don't care for them, Parrish. I really don't. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my honey-flavored Pokemon cookies.
As I read through the card earlier, it did seem fairly stacked. I actually anticipated this match coming up as what was going to be the opener. Johnny Gargano versus Grayson Waller.
Yeah, but there's a bit of a storyline coming in with this match. I mean, we've got DIY going after the tag titles, but we also got the miscommunication that happened between Austin Theory and Grayson Waller last week that could play a factor into this match tonight.
Absolutely, it could.
I wanted to say dissension, but I decided not to because it could be just miscommunication for now.
Right. And I'm now noticing the sponsored by Prime down in the bottom left corner of my screen as they go to commercial break.
So just looking at some baseball news earlier today, the Blue Jays have lost one of their top prospect pitchers in one Alek Manoah for the rest of the season.
Yep, I see that right now. Just came up on my TSN.
Yeah, he's going to be out. He's going for Tommy John surgery, so he's done for the season.
Yep. Well, that's okay because he struggled last year for them, and
he's not doing much better this year.
So probably better that he goes and does this rather than getting sent down to rookie ball and prospect ball.
Yep. as they're showing commercials for the Stanley Cup Final, see me freezing for one thing, but I saw a shot of former Greyhound Nick Cousins.
Yep, and he has become rapidly one of the dirtiest and most cowardly players in the league.
Well, he played dirty here too. Let's call a spade on that one.
But see, I never saw him play here.
Yeah, he played a bit dirty here. I'll flat out admit to that.
That's one of the reasons why I am on the bleep Florida for the Stanley Cup Finals.
So you're going to go with the Oilers and another former Hound in Darnell Nurse.
Yes. As well as former Leafs in Zach Hyman and Connor Brown. And Cody Ceci.
Yeah, but we don't talk about Cody Ceci. Yeah, but that Tommy John surgery, for anybody who plays baseball, that is a very serious injury.
It is.
Oh, and tonight we are getting 6-man tag team action, just as I had predicted, with the Bloodline taking on Kevin Owens and the Street Profits.
We heard Solo say, you go and make this a 6-man to Paul Heyman. So,
well, we got Sarah Schreiber about to do a promo with Apollo Crews, of all people.
That's because Apollo will be in action later on tonight.
Yeah, he's taking on Angel.
Yep.
Or maybe not, because he's getting triple teamed right now. Kind of knew something was up when they were like, yeah, we're gonna do a promo with Apollo Crews.
Right? A very interesting soon-to-be potential free agent, I'm hearing. So I am wondering where he is going to fit into these plans, and that being one Penta El Zero Miedo, or Pentagon Jr.
I've heard WWE has sent offers to him.
Yes. Well, they haven't sent an offer because his contract is not up, but they are interested.
Yeah. He would be best suited on NXT right now, I think.
See, I don't think he would do well in NXT. I think he'd be better on the main roster, probably doing something like he's doing against Legado. But you also have to wonder is, do you move him to Raw because of, I know he and Ray have a little bit of a history from Mexico, but not an overly huge history. But he and Dragon Lee battled in Ring of Honor. And I'm wondering if that means Ray Fenix's contract is coming up as well.
See, that's why I would put him on NXT, because of what you just mentioned. If you put him on SmackDown, it's obvious that they go to Legado del Fantasma for a feud, or Rey Mysterio over on Raw. Put him on NXT and have him stay away from the Latino stuff. Let him speak on his own. You could do that on the other rosters, but that's, typically what people are going to expect.
And does he come as Penta El Zero Miedo, or does he come as Pentagon?
I want him to go back to Pentagon, honestly.
Right? I think Grayson Waller raided Seth Rollins' wardrobe.
It looks like it. It's not as outlandish for robes, though.
No.
Kind of expecting a decent match out of these two in this one. And an update from the Bulkster. He just messaged me that his internet did go down. It's completely out right now. So
wow. Okay. Well, Bulkster, we hope you recover your internet. We hope you get back soon. What a beautiful backbreaker from Grayson Waller.
The rolling that he does right after that, because he rolls out of the ring, right?
Yep.
Just the athleticism between all four of these men is just fantastic.
Right? I didn't like that roll in into that belly to back. But the catch style wrestling and the sliced bread off the ring apron, I like.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Johnny got full rotation on that, though.
No.
That's why he you see Tomasso Ciampa rush over to check on him immediately,
Yep. No, it was almost caught and turned into a brain buster.
Yeah. And once again, we're getting a promotion for Money in the Bank that whole weekend, July 5th, 6th, and 7th in Toronto.
Yep. And I wish I could be there, but I can't.
Oh, yeah, me too. I'd go for the entire weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And now a commercial for Bad Boys Ride or Die.
I've got a commercial for Corona.
I'm at the Corona commercial.
Now I got a commercial for Taco Bell. I'm kind of craving Taco Bell.
I will after working there, I will not eat there.
Gonna be in that area on Monday, so maybe I'll pop by and grab one of those $5 boxes if they still have those.
I don't think they do. I went a couple of weeks ago because I picked up a couple of the $5 zingers for lunch at work.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't look like they had them. They might still have them just under a different name now. I don't know.
Yeah, you know which boxes I'm talking about, those little $5 meal boxes.
The $5 build your own box, yep.
Yeah. That was always my go-to meal whenever I was short on money. Go to Taco Bell, $5 build your own box, you know?
Grayson Waller channeling his inner Mark Briscoe with the froggy bow there.
Yeah, we're back to the action here, and just I'm a little bit distracted by all the Prime sponsorship stuff around the ring, but I should be getting used to that.
But they haven't had it really on the LED boards. It's always been, the logo for the show or stuff like that, and then just the Prime bottle. So yeah, I can see exactly where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, but that's almost giving me AEW vibes because I get so distracted on their show by their screens constantly going in the background.
Yeah, at least the screen's not like changing. It's just staying on the Prime logo. But at the same time, I think it's just distracting to me because of the fact that they're doing it on a regular TV show and not a PLE.
Right? And
but ladies
and gentlemen, this weekend on Sunday night, Chris Best and I will be right here with the PLE Patrol for NXT Battleground.
Yeah, and that's that reminds me. Sunday, I've got Sunday or tomorrow, probably Sunday because I don't do anything as far as Turnbuckle Studio stuff on Sunday goes. I'll be working on the things for that.
Right. Speaking of things to work on, I do have to ask you, did you receive a phone call today, Mr. Best?
No, not yet. I know what you're asking about. Not yet. I'm still expecting that call.
Okay.
That was an interesting version of the Canadian Destroyer.
I am loving this match. This is probably, as much of a fan of Grayson Waller as I've been, this is probably the best I have ever seen him in the ring.
Yeah, he's really stepped up his game over the last little while.
Yes.
Okay, whoa. Just wait till you see what I saw. Let me know when you see Gargano diving outside the ring.
Okay, well, he's getting ready to go and do that right now. Was it the dive into Theory instead?
Yeah, but did you see Grayson Waller pull Theory in front of him?
A little bit, yeah. Wow. Hats off to Grayson Waller. What a match. What a performance.
Oh, I didn't even realize how he ended it. That was like a flipping unprettier kind of maneuver. That was a bit different.
It was. I think, to me, it reminded me of a blockbuster. But yeah.
Yeah, but as I said, like, because when he flipped over, if you see from the rear view spot,
Yep.
he flips over and he kind of grabs Gargano's arms into an unprettier position.
I saw that in the replay. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Nick Aldis was some of the local talent. Now that you mentioned that phone call, I don't know, maybe they emailed me because my email's on that thing too. So no, didn't get an email from them, but I did get an email from Rogue Energy about some stuff. And speaking of Rogue Energy, if you go to the rogueenergy.com website, use the promo code PARISH and save yourself 10% on any one of your Rogue Energy orders. OMD's got the tunes rolling over there.
It was an ad on my Facebook. I didn't realize the volume was up on my phone. All right. As I am coming back to SmackDown.
Yeah, looking at promotion for Clash at the Castle next Saturday. Sponsored by Gin and Juice by Dre and Snoop. Next Friday, SmackDown will be in Glasgow, Scotland as well.
Yes, it will. So we will see it on tape delay, which means we need to avoid spoilers.
Yeah, which means me taking social media darkness and just going to Ringside News and getting the matches.
Yep. We will pass notations off to our friend the Bulkster, who we do hope gets his internet back fairly quickly. Hopefully he can join us here a little bit more for the show tonight, and if not, that's okay too.
Ah, well, I find it funny that when the internet goes out, I find it funny how the young ones react to it.
Right? I am still thinking that this main event tonight is going to end in shenanigans.
Yeah. Top of the hour, and we've got Cody in the back, and AJ and the Good Brothers have showed up. Looks like Cody's heading to the ring now. You're muted, brother.
Oh, yes, I have Cody heading out to the ring now, so.
So now with Cody or AJ and the Good Brothers, I gotta wonder who comes to help AJ, or I mean Cody. Oh, AJ's got a new Titantron.
That's the Tron AJ's been using since just after WrestleMania.
Yeah, this is like the first time this week that I've gotten a good look at it, though.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Yes. Just yes. We are getting an I Quit match between AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship at Clash at the Castle, and Nick Aldis just made it official.
Yes, give me that.
This is going to be a great friggin' match. This is going to be a great show, actually. Clash at the Castle. You're muted again, brother.
Sorry, I'm trying to hear what's going on. So,
oh, they're just brawling. So,
oh, I know. But yes, that is going to be, for lack of a better term, phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's just a bummer. Working.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's only a bummer that there will not be a PLE patrol for Clash at the Castle due to the fact that you're working. I'm going to be with Carl that day doing CWE stuff.
Right.
Unless somebody else from the Turnbuckle Studio side of things wants to host the show. That's up to you.
Okay. Now, we do have to ask, though, who is going to have Cody's back at Clash at the Castle to counter the Good Brothers?
Nathan Frazier and Axiom.
Okay. I'm going to lean another way. And I'm going to
go
to
more joking on that one because
I'm going to. I know we can see it.
Mm-hmm.
But I am going to go to this crossover. And I'm going to go with the ABC.
I thought you were going to say his name and he'll appear.
No.
I'm disappointed.
No, I did. You said my name. I'm here.
It sort of would make sense if Joe Hendry did that, given that Joe Hendry did spoof AJ's theme song on AJ Francis.
Right.
That's a bit of a reach, but yeah.
But again, I'm going to take the ABC, even though they joined the Bullet Club under Jay White's leadership.
Mm-hmm.
But they are babyface, isn't it, right now in TNA? So I could see that.
Right. Sorry, all of my sports apps are now Alec Manoah is injured. I already know, so yeah.
Right.
But no, the reason I thought of Nathan Frazier and Axiom is because of the fact that the Good Brothers are challenging them for the tag titles at Battleground this weekend.
Right.
But I do see that if the Good Brothers do win the NXT tag titles, I kind of do see Axiom and Nathan Frazier breaking up after that, like going their own way.
Right.
Okay. I got to see what's going on here.
There we go.
Yeah, tag team action coming up at the Clash at the Castle. Why don't you enlighten everybody on who the opponents are, OMD?
It will be Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defending the women's tag titles against Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark in a triple threat match.
So this is what I got a question. Why is Nick Aldis making a match for Raw people?
Because they were there on SmackDown tonight and they did get involved after the match.
Right, but Nick Aldis doesn't control the four of them. That should be
Adam Pearce, but they'll play it off as Nick Aldis was the nearest authority figure, and there was probably a phone call made to Adam Pearce as well in the back.
Yeah.
As we have LA Knight in the ring. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got Carmelo Hayes. This is going to be an intriguing match.
I am excited for this match. Carmelo Hayes with that swagger and cock of the walk attitude reminds me of a very young Randy Orton.
Except Carmelo walks a lot faster to the ring.
Yes. But you know what? And I mean, as great as Carmelo is, and as great as he is on the mic, you know what I would love to see is Carmelo with a manager and give him MVP. They have that same type of brash attitude.
Yeah, because they both got that, like, I've got lots of money and I can kick your ass kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And Mello can cut a promo. And lately we've seen it where even if you can cut a promo, it doesn't hurt to have a manager, you know?
Right? And then you could almost add Omos as the bodyguard.
I don't know why, but I'd call the stable Mellow Industries.
Right?
And that's all you would need almost for, because, like, as Bubba has pointed out, he's almost a wrestler. MVP, though, speaking of him, he's going through stem cell research, or stem cell treatments, because he's looking to get back in the ring.
Yes. He has also gotten back in the ring and begun training for one final run.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, like, I know we haven't seen him or Omos in almost a year. We're not complaining about Omos.
It's not almost at the Royal Rumble, dude.
That's why I said in almost a year. I don't remember him at the Royal Rumble. That's how memorable it was. But yeah, like MVP, I miss. And I mean, we haven't heard anything about him producing matches, which was why they initially brought him back.
Speaking of producers, I did a little bit of reading on one Sean Spears, and I didn't know this, but he's also, not only is he wrestling, but he's also working as a producer in NXT.
Wow.
I did not know that until I was doing some reading up on him the other night.
So maybe he's looking to start filling that post-ring career.
Mm-hmm. Looking for that's something to fall back on.
Right. While we are in commercial, I am going for my locker room visit.
One.
The O in OMD stands for one. You are right.
As we're back to the action right now, Mello taking the lead. He's got just got the pinfall on LA Knight, but LA Knight kicked out. Got
All right.
welcome back, OMD. Got ourselves a decent little match here between these two guys going on, LA Knight and Mello.
I don't think we would have expected anything less. So far, though, tonight, the match of the night has to be Gargano and Waller.
Yes. But that 6-man tag, which is probably going to be coming up after this one.
More than likely.
That's going to be explosive, I think.
as we look at that 6-man tag, and this was something I read about earlier, is somebody who had taken some time off has wrapped up his movie and is due back next month. Could we see him come back early?
Well, here's what happens after you've wrapped up filming a movie. There's touring around to promote it that happens afterwards. Right. So I don't know if we see him. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Post-production still has to happen. So maybe we do. Maybe we do. But I don't. Maybe we do see him. I don't think it's going to be tonight, though. Because I'm betting Roman would want to take a bit of a breather after working night and day 12 on a 12-hour movie for however long he's been gone, you know?
Right.
Because I know that's from being in the film industry and working on movies, that's the first thing I look forward to, is that little bit of a break between films.
He was filming a new project called Good Fortune, a heist comedy film featuring Keanu Reeves, Keke Palmer, Sandra Oh, and Seth Rogen, among others.
What an eclectic group of people. And Sandra Oh, there's a name I haven't thought about in a long time.
Right?
And speaking of Hollywood, LA Knight is just dominating this match right now.
Yes, he is.
Oh. Well, that didn't work out too well for you, did it? I just got the finish of the match.
Okay. I would think that with like Keanu Reeves and Roman Reigns in a movie, you'd almost want to think of a John Wick style.
Yeah, but sometimes it's good to have Keanu doing comedy. And let's face it, when he did the Bill and Ted movies,
you could have flipped that and made Keanu the villain. I really not big on that finish.
I am. He fucking he fooled Carmelo. Carmelo's own cheating bit him in the ass.
See, I wasn't big on the way that match finished, the double roll up. No. I mean, it didn't have to be a finish. I'm glad it wasn't, the O'Connor roll or a schoolboy. But I just wasn't big on that.
Like I said, I was big on it because Carmelo's cheating bit him in the ass because he tried to grab LA Knight's tights. LA Knight fucking played him for a fool and beat him. And now he just said on a promo there that since Logan Paul's not coming to SmackDown, he's going to bring SmackDown to Logan Paul. Nia, first day on your new feet there. What do you make of that? Michin and Michin and Nia Jax brawling now.
That right there tells me that Michin is not winning the ladder match at Battleground.
Yeah, I can see that, but it's kind of weird to me that there's people now going after Nia as opposed to going after Bayley.
Right? But I like the interaction between Tiffany Stratton and Nia first, where Tiffany said, "I've got your back."
Mm-hmm. As right now we're looking at the events of SmackDown, where Piper Niven attacked Bayley, and now Piper Niven is the number one contender to Bayley's championship at Clash at the Castle.
Yes.
Got Bayley making her way to the ring now. Now, do you think that because Bayley has turned babyface, that maybe she should consider changing her theme up? Maybe. I mean, her theme still has a bit of heel sound to it. You know what I mean?
It does, and I mean, like, because they changed it. But I think now, like, that drastic, like, because you can't go back now to the Hugger Bayley and the Bayley Buddies. I'm okay with the theme song.
Oh no, because the yeah, well, the Hugger thing, if she ever wants to go back to it, that's like a one-off nostalgic kind of thing that you do,
right?
Maybe at WrestleMania, maybe at SummerSlam, you know.
But no, I'm okay with the theme staying the way it is, unless Paramore were to give her the rights to that song that she used at WrestleMania to use that as her overall theme.
Yeah, because like I said, the theme that she's using now, she's used that since she turned heel. What was it, like 4 or 5 years ago now?
Yeah, and I'm okay with it. Had she been able to, and I'll go back quite some time, get JC Jane and Gigi Dolan back on the same page and reunite them as Toxic Attraction with her at the helm, I would have been okay with that. But I do think Bayley now, because she's babyface, of course, is going to do everything on her own. But I think she needs someone for backup outside of Naomi.
Yeah, because given like the kind of feud she's been going into, I mean, starting off with the feud with Damage Control, where it was her against Asuka, Io, Dakota, and oh my god, why am I drawing a blank? Kairi Sane.
Yes.
It was smart of her to have Naomi and them at her side for that. And now she's going into a feud with Piper Niven, and Piper's got Chelsea Green at her side.
Yep.
So maybe it'd be a good idea for Bayley to get somebody to help her out.
Yeah.
And now you've got this what looked to be a forming of a team between Nia and Tiffany Stratton.
Yep.
Because after Bailey gets done with Piper, it's gonna, well, whomever wins that match gets Nia.
Yep.
Looking at the MLB Legacy titles, and there's something I forgot to share to our Turnbuckle Studios private chat. But the NHL and the WWE have showcased a new championship belt for whomever wins the Stanley Cup.
Yes, they have.
I wanted to get your take on that belt because I didn't think it looked that bad.
I didn't either. I think that, I mean, like all of them, some belts look better than others.
Mm-hmm. Well, all the belts that have been made for other teams look a lot better than the NFL ones.
I'm just hoping that it's not going to be, saying Stanley Cup champion or be the team's legacy belt with the Stanley Cup on the side.
Well, the design is right now, it's just the Stanley Cup in the middle. It says Stanley Cup champions. I got to assume because I didn't get a decent look at the belt, but I got to assume on the bottom there's the nameplate for whichever team,
right?
The Edmonton Oilers or the Florida Panthers walk away with the cup, or skate away with the cup. Bailey barely getting a word in, and already Piper Niven and Chelsea Green are on their way to the ring. I gotta love how Chelsea Green is standing behind Piper Niven and still chirping Bailey as Bailey's trying to cut her promo.
I hit a button on my remote by accident and cut my feed.
Well,
but I found it funny how Chelsea is doing the same thing of how we become the new women's champion.
similar to when Layla and Michelle McCool did it.
Yes.
Layla actually held the belt, but Michelle McCool pretended like they were both co-champions.
Yep. Big Joe coming in saying, "What up, broskies?" Not much, Big Joe. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you here, brother.
Yeah, happy to have you here. But right now, we've got a fantastic promo from Piper Niven, and she is just laying it all on the line for why she wants this shot. But I can't help but watch what Chelsea Green is doing, and she is being fantastic. Just watching her in the back, you know. I love how she's still standing behind Piper, trying to be the big tough girl, but standing behind Piper. You know what I mean?
Big Joe also saying, glad they changed her name back. I think we all are, Joe. I think we all are.
Oh, we got Logan Paul on our screen right now.
Okay.
Logan Paul just irking the ire of one LA Knight with that promo.
Right?
Which Logan Paul announced that he's in tomorrow's World Tetris Championships. That is a thing for anybody who's not a gamer.
Yes, it is.
Something tells me that we're going to see LA Knight show up at that tournament.
Potentially, yeah.
If you want it to go into the public eye, you do something like that. You have LA Knight come in and distract Logan Paul from winning the World Tetris Championship. And that's how LA Knight gets his match.
Oh, Kevin Owens shoving the giant Prime bottle that went flying like nothing, so I'm assuming it's empty.
Yeah, it is not full.
So we have answered that question for Parrish. We have answered that question for Carl Carafel. It is a prop.
Although I won't lie, I do wish I had a giant bottle of that filled with Prime, because Prime is delicious.
I'm digging Dawkins' new cape, I guess, for lack of a better term, or his jacket.
It's a jacket. He doesn't have his arms in the sleeve.
Yeah, I had to wait for him to turn, but I'm digging that.
It's got like a kind of a Michael Jackson vibe to it.
Right?
And who would have ever thought that I would have said Michael Jackson's name on a wrestling show?
Right?
The one thing I'm interested about with this Battleground in Battleground Las Vegas PLE this weekend, I'm interested in the venue setup and how that's going to look.
Yes. Yes.
Because I've watched UFC since they created the Apex during the Attitude Era, during the pandemic, because that was the whole reason why they created it, so that they could still hold UFC events.
Right. See, I have not willingly watched UFC since the days of Shamrock and Severn.
And they've kept it around for like your lower card now. Say that again. I completely froze and missed everything you said.
Sorry, I said I have not willingly watched UFC since the days of Shamrock and Severn.
That's dude. That hurts because you missed out on some fantastic fucking brawls.
I cannot get into it. It just doesn't.
If there was one fight
for me.
If there was one fight that I would have told you about 20 years ago, because like the game of UFC has changed in 20 years, that I would have told you to watch, Forrest Griffin and Stephan Bonner.
That one, I believe I've seen, or I heard about it, or I've seen clips. But again, I don't know what it is. I just can't.
It was all.
And I think maybe the big thing I have with it is the fact that they can't use the cage as a weapon.
They can use the cage to their advantage.
Yeah.
Not as a weapon. But no, the Stephan Bonner Forrest Griffin fight was just all 3 rounds, just trading fists, just fucking beating the piss out of one another.
Right.
It was that fight that got me onto UFC. I don't watch it as much as I used to anymore because it's just, to me, UFC has become a bit saturated as far as their events go. And it just made me just not care about some of the fighters because of that.
Right.
I was thinking about that the other day when like they announced one UFC pay-per-view, and then I was watching like Sportsnet or something like that, and they're like, oh, this is another pay-per-view coming up in like 2 weeks. And it's like,
right.
I kind of miss the days when UFC had events every 3 months, every 3 or 4 months.
And I've said the same thing about WWE and wrestling in general, is that they need to cut it back.
Right. But the way UFC does it is they promote, because they have events now pretty much weekly, and they promote all of those events like they're major important events and that you need to tune in and watch this.
Right.
WWE doesn't necessarily do that.
No.
Oh, what's Naomi talking about? Okay, Naomi's channeling her inner Will Smith. Okay, so next week on SmackDown, Michin is going to take on Nia Jax in one-on-one action. We are now also getting Naomi and Chelsea Green in one-on-one action. We're going to have the Grayson Waller effect with DIY as the special guest.
Or I'm just getting to those graphics now as I was listening to Nick Aldis make the match between Naomi and Chelsea Green next week.
Yeah, and right now they were just showing a UFC fighter, Valentino Shevchenko, who is currently one of the coaches on the current season of The Ultimate Fighter.
Well, they showed some UFC guys there earlier because they said, welcome to UFC. So,
yeah, she was in the middle of those two. I couldn't tell if that was Valentina or not, but I just got confirmation that was. Because she's one of the few fighters from today's era that I do know.
Right. Well, my signal went to buffering during the graphic for Grayson Waller effect. So,
yeah. Well, right now we've got the Bloodline making their way to the ring.
Solo coming out looking like Taz.
Tattered towel and everything.
Right? Well, and then as soon as, like, when the lights were down and you could see the towel, I'm like, Taz has returned.
All right, starting off with Angelo Dawkins in the ring. And my brain's not computing as who he's taking on, or starting the match off with right now.
Parrish saying he loves the Street Profits gear. Yes, I think we were in agreement. It's very Michael Jackson-esque, though.
Yeah, I like it a lot, though. I really do.
Right?
Actually, I kind of also get Bobby Lashley vibes off of it because of the fact that they are in a stable with the Lashley as well.
They are, but I'm really not getting the Lashley vibes off of it.
Think of when he was in the Hurt Business.
I didn't get those vibes. I saw the plain black trunks with, his across his rear end.
Yeah, he wasn't doing that in the Hurt Business.
That's literally all I remember. I remember like the style. I don't remember his gear from the Hurt Business, but it wasn't that flashy.
He had the black pants and a lot of gold flash on it during that time.
Unfortunately, the Hurt Business is so long ago that I just don't really remember it.
The Hurt Business was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, really, other than Lashley winning the title, it didn't really do much for me because they didn't get the tag gold. They didn't get.
They were also like one of the top things in the attitude in the WWE during the pandemic era as well.
So. They were. But
there was a part of me that wanted to see the Hurt Business and the Bloodline in War Games.
Yeah, I can remember that.
But then Judgment Day comes around and they're like, yeah, we're the top stable now.
Right?
Monday, July 8th, the weekend after the Money in the Bank weekend, Raw is going to Ottawa, Ontario.
Yes.
Which is actually pretty typical.
Yeah.
Every time they do a PLE in Toronto, it seems that they do Raw in Ottawa the following night.
Right?
With the exception of SummerSlam 04, because Raw the following night was in London, Ontario.
Yes, it was.
I almost went to that show. But I could have gone to the show, but the problem would have been I didn't have a way to get back home. So,
well, if I could have for the Raw after WrestleMania 23, I would have gone to Grand Rapids, but we had to get on the bus and go to Ypsilanti instead.
I got Joe Hendry's theme stuck in my head right now. All right, back to the action. Solo Sikoa is now in the ring.
Well, he had tagged in just before the commercial break.
Yeah. I kind of like that they're all color coordinated. Actually, every single one of them are color coordinated with black and red.
Yep. With KO, though, it just sort of reminds me of his shirts when he was on Raw.
Yeah. I thought you were going to go deeper with ROH because he also wore a lot of black and red during his time there, too.
Yes, he did. That was when the ring was black trimmed with a red center and the ROH logo in the middle. Or, sorry, red trimmed with the black ring.
That was when Jim Cornette was helping run ROH. We're going back like almost 15 years there.
I don't ever remember Jim Cornette in Ring of Honor.
I definitely do because I remember the amount of actual hatred that Corny actually had for KO and Sami Zayn.
But I find it funny that they're all wearing black and red on SmackDown.
Yeah. I mean, I get the black and red for the bloodline because that's typically their colors anyways.
Right.
I love this camera shot.
Yep.
Did you just get the hot tag?
Not quite yet. Now it is.
Oh, geez, you fell way behind then.
Yeah, because my signal buffered during that commercial, and then I was going to find a new feed, and it came back in the Bloodlines entrance.
Yeah. I kind of had a feeling that this was going to break down into a straight up brawl.
Well, given the 6 men involved, well, 4 of the 6 men involved, yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and there's the finish, just out of nowhere. Let me know when you got that finish.
There's the finish.
Yeah, disqualification finish. Solo, for those who aren't watching but are checking us out, Solo grabbed a chair, and was it yeah, it was Dawkins. He smashed the chair over.
Yeah.
But right now, the Bloodline are just dominating everyone, taking them down.
And I'm going to say probably cue the music in.
Yeah, because we still got about 5 minutes left. There's something's got to happen. He's doing a lot of Roman Reigns things.
Yes, yes, he is.
Because on my screen, Solo just threw the shield bomb.
Yep, I'm getting that right now. Little bit of foreshadowing.
I think so, because he also, I mean, he did throw the spear earlier as well.
Yes, he did.
Oh my God, I'm having a brain fart again. Who did he throw the spear on? I can't remember.
Montez.
Yeah, that's it. But that's it. We're oh, wait a minute. We've got the thing up on the screen there. Paul Heyman is reluctant to do the acknowledge me symbol, but that's it. That's the show, guys. ending about 2 minutes early, I'd say. Usually these shows go bell to bell, so
they do.
OMD, overall thoughts on what happened on tonight's show?
Fantastic show. I'm amazed I only missed the first 10 minutes of it, really, but I hit every green light on the way home. Still,
that's
for me,
lucky, especially. I'm just gonna say that's lucky, especially where you've got to drive to get
home. Still, for me, match of the night: Gargano Waller.
Yeah,
but this left a lot of questions and a lot of questions to be answered, setting up a lot of stuff for post Clash at the Castle, because a lot of this stuff isn't going to be featured next weekend.
Yeah, because
I'm okay with that.
I'm going to assume
foreshadow to SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm. You can start pushing towards. The next show will be Money in the Bank as well, which is what we got on Raw with, as well with Jey Uso and Lyra Valkyria announcing their spots in the Money in the Bank. We've also we're starting to see Solo tease Roman's coming back, which now coincides with what you said earlier about him finishing up that movie he was making. I gotta wonder what's Roman gonna do when he comes back, though. I really do. I gotta wonder that. But no, my match of the night too has got to be Gargano and Waller as well. My segment of the night, though, is the whole Cody Rhodes AJ Styles stuff.
That was a great segment, but I mean, my segment of the night, I got to go to Bayley and Piper Niven.
Yeah, Piper was a fun promo. She was great at what she did.
And our Confucius moment of the night is Nick Aldis making a women's tag title match for Raw.
Yeah, I kind of need Pierce to go on any one of his socials that I follow him on to explain it a little bit.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, what do you say we give out them good old socials? I'm going to start it off. I'm going to throw out Bulkster's socials for him because he was on the show earlier. If you want to follow him, go to youtube.com at Bulkster Show. Follow him on TikTok, also at the Bulkster Show. He does a lot of game streaming there and a lot of pro wrestling stuff alongside us. OMD, how about your socials, my friend?
Oh, the people can find me on the Book of Faces, Daniel Harisic, HRYCYK. On the Chat of Snaps, One Man Dynamic, capitals on O, M, and D. On Twitch at OMD17 and Discord at OMD6370. Visually, every Monday night at 7 o'clock on the Boar's Nest and Turnbuckle Studios with the Raw Preview Review Show alongside Bubba Duke and the Bulkster. Followed by, at 8 o'clock, followed by the Raw Patrol with Chris Best, Carl Carafel, Chris Parrish, and Bubba Duke. Tuesdays with Chris Best and Carl Carafel on Turnbuckle Talk. Thursdays and Wednesdays now, potentially, I will join you for the PlayStation Showcase on the Boar's Nest. Thursdays with the Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke. Right here every Friday with the Smackdown Security Detail. And coming up this coming Sunday on a special PLE Patrol, Chris Best and I will cover and analyze NXT Battleground Live. And yourself, Mr. Best.
All right. You can find me youtube.com at CBRS Entertainment, Twitch TV /CBRS_entertainment, threads.net at CBestFilms83, Facebook.com, Chris.Best83, TikTok.com, CBRS.entertainment. You can look for me tomorrow night as I go live for Saturday Night Gaming as we continue the adventures of Uncharted. Sunday, PLE Patrol returns with NXT Battleground alongside OMD. Monday, nights, again, 8 p.m., the Raw Patrol. Tuesday nights, 8:05 p.m. Eastern with Carl Carafel as we do Turnbuckle Talk. Wednesdays for the PlayStation Showcase. This week we'll be featuring Streets of Rage 4. And every Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, prior to SmackDown, the WWE 2K24 My Rise, followed by the Smackdown Security Detail. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a fun show. We must all bid you all adieu until tomorrow night. This is Chris Best signing off for OMD. Have a great night.
I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow. Fading away, you look so great when you gotta shine. One more thought of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd. Pressure is your best enemy, spotlights show what I wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack, you just can't break free. I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow. I'll be there when you fall, when you're losing it. It all sounded like a dream. Remember how you kept on laughing, now you're trapped in